Hello, everybody, and we're back for week 2 of the NFL, and throw in some colleges and stuff.
Just like
What a
last
great
week.
college week that was last week. My name's Harvard, and I'm sitting here with my longtime friend and partner, one of the better handicappers around Las Vegas, Zack, Cimini. And I've been doing this 34th, that's my 34th year, and probably the veteran senior Las Vegas handicapper in Vegas, and probably outlasted them all and hope to continue. If you need to email me, write this down, and it's jbplayslv6. jbplayslv, like Las Vegas, 6 at gmail.com. And in the subject matter, so I can get right back to you because I get a lot of emails, just type out Harvard. I'm going to have my college report this week. I want to give you a free play on the Big Ten game of the month. And I'm having my first high roller play of the year. Last season, I had 38 in total. So there's 1,500 games during the year. I had 38 very selective games. I went 27-11, which was 71%. Had a very good year. And that's the only way you're ever going to hit over 70% is by having something like 38 games out of 1,500.
Yeah.
How have you been doing, Zach?
Hey, week 1, NFL, I actually switched the Buffalo Bills play last week. I shouldn't have done that, but I did that after our analysis, so I ended up going 1-2 in NFL. College football was even, 2-2. Week 1 in college football, I was 3-0, so we'll get back to it this week in the NFL.
Okay, well, let's get on to the one of the bigger games in the colleges. Ohio State is playing in Oklahoma, in Norman. Right now we show that the Oklahoma opened at -1, and the money is fired in on Ohio State, and it's up to -2. They're showing 76% of the bets are on Ohio State, but that doesn't mean 76% of the money is on them. It looks like a lot of money just came in on Ohio State, but some of the bigger bets are going to be on Oklahoma, and I'll tell you why. It's going to be Baker Mayfield to Mark Andrews all day long. Andrews is that wide receiver, red shirt sophomore, and he looks to light up the young and inexperienced defense secondary of Ohio State. Oklahoma, you know what? They went down to Houston in game 1. They probably wouldn't be looking real hard, thinking that just their name and their reputation would get by Houston. Season opener, they lost. So just put a little asterisk on that.
Yep.
Forget about that. Oklahoma's defense is good. They have a two-man strong rushing game, very balanced with Joe Mixon and Sam Crane. So don't worry about Oklahoma and their ability to play. Let's look a little bit more at what could go wrong with Ohio State. They've worked on balancing between rushing and between throwing the ball all summer long. Last year, they didn't have that balance with Ezekiel Elliott. He got most of the stuff, carry the ball, catch the ball. But Ohio State, on defense, and this is where it's going to come down. When you're playing on the road, it's all about defense at this type of level. I think Ohio State, they lost 2 safeties. They lost 1 cornerback to the NFL. So there's 3 guys out of the backfield they lost to the NFL. They had to replace 3 starters on their defensive line, and in their first game, they lost their starting tackle. So they've given up 7 players just on defense. I don't think when you've got 7 players, you've got 19 new players that are playing in and out all game long that have never played on the road, and all of a sudden you're coming into Norman with your first true road game. I think you're going to have a little bit of trouble. They got a young defense. They're in Norman, so I'm going to go ahead and take Oklahoma and take the, they're going to win straight up, so forget about me taking +2, but it never knows, but I'm going to take it on the money line.
Yeah, I like that analysis there, Harvard, and this probably won't be a play for me as far as what I give out in prediction selections this week, but I think I'd have to agree there's very slight value in this one, and that's why I kind of avoid those marquee games in college football. They're going to be precise lines. It's early in the year. Everyone is overreacting to their loss to Houston. And obviously, their coach is on the chopping block a little bit with pressure Stoops after faltering last year. So this is a game they have to win. I think they have the upperclassmen in line to win this type of game and bounce back and get their season back on track. This is the type of game where you can flip your season back just like that, and instead of having to wait until the end of the year and build all those wins and have to win your conference and everything like that, you get this win against Ohio State and Urban Meyer, and all of a sudden you're right back in the thick of things in the BCS Bowl, and then you take care of your business in the Big 12, and I think they can get that done. Ohio State, let's not forget, sooner or later, sometimes people forget when a team has such success, they forget the struggles that happened during that success. Last year, Ohio State, how many games did they get away with winning when they played just absolutely atrocious? And there was different things going on with that team that are still there on this team with Ohio State, whether that be coaching issues, in-game management, in-game personnel. They still have those problems. I think you put that on the road. Maybe that win they had last week or the week prior with 77 points is just a little bit too much of a spotlight there. So I will take Oklahoma as well.
Oh, I agree with that, obviously. And, like you said, they had a lot of problems last year, and I think they had a better team last year. I think replacing 7 starters on defense is just going to be too much. They're too young on the road. So if you need me, Big Ten Game of the Month, go ahead and send me that email. All I do is do stuff by email. I don't ever call or talk to you because I won't have your phone number anyway. I don't want it. But I do want to get my plays out there, and we can communicate by email. Anything you need at JB, like John Boy, plays, LV, like Las Vegas, 6, number 6, JB plays, LV6 at gmail.com.